Bill, the point is to avoid the potholes and not aim directly at them.
Blame Phil. He's the one who made us late.
I overslept. I was on the phone till 2 a.m. talking to my daughter, trying to convince her the world's not coming to an end. She missed a concert last night because, in her words, I don't love her. That's code for Dad's too cheap to buy tickets to see Justin Bieber.
Well, why didn't you just buy them?
On principle, they cost $250. You could bring Elvis himself out of hiding, unite him with the living Beatles and the corpse of Michael Jackson at a benefit to cure all the diseases in the world, and I still wouldn't shell out that kind of money.
Not to change the subject, but that's our location up ahead. Leonard Downs was 25 when he went into his fallout shelter, heard a car backfire, and thought the bang was an atomic bomb being dropped. Just got up the nerve to come out yesterday.
So that's what happens to the human body when it spends 40 years underground. Yikes.
He reminds me of someone. The Crypt Keeper? Gollum? No, I know, Joan Rivers.
Mr. Downs, I'm Phil Hamlish, Political News Network. Tell me, how did you last so long underground without human contact?
Well, I was pretty lonesome at first, but over time I developed a nice relationship with a little family of water bugs and made friends with my can opener. I call her Trixie. She's a beauty.
What's the most surprising thing about life in the 21st century?
Cost of everything. I was thirsty, craving a cup of coffee like nobody's business, and then they told me it was $5. Said I'd just take some cold water, and they told me that was $2. $2 for water! So I told them I'd just take a punch in the face instead. That's still free, ain't it?
I've got a confession to make. I'm cheating my own kids. When they do chores around the house, I pay them. Dimes, quarters, even an occasional buck. My children think they're getting something valuable, but here's the trick. The U.S. dollar is only worth 10% of what it was worth 40 years ago. America is $62 trillion in debt. What have other governments throughout history done in this scenario? They inflated the currency. In ancient Rome, revenue was needed to pay for war and bureaucracy. Rather than raise taxes, Nero and subsequent emperors gradually removed the gold from their coins. The denarius became a piece of worthless tin. Germany made the mistake of fighting World War I on credit, and by 1919 they were broke. So the Reichsbank began printing more money. Quickly, the exchange rate went from 5 marks per dollar to 1 trillion marks per dollar. Factories paid wages twice a day, rolling in wheelbarrows full of paper money. Workers grabbed the cash and spent it immediately before prices rose again. So how is the U.S. going to pay its debts? Will politicians raise taxes dramatically or cut Social Security? Not if they want to get reelected. No, instead they'll monetize the debt, a fancy phrase for printing money. They've been doing it already. For example, a ticket to see the Beatles in 1965 cost $5. Today it costs $250 to see Justin Bieber. Either this generation's mop top is a far greater talent than Lennon and McCartney, or our currency is being devalued. So what's a loyal American to do? The heck with patriotism. Do what the few Germans who survived during their hyperinflation did. Put your investment funds in gold, land, and foreign currencies. The country's going down the tubes. Why should we go down with it? I'm Phil Hamlish, and that's my root cause.
I tried to buy a new pair of jeans, and they said those were $50. $50 for jeans! The cost of everything has gone sky high, and hey, wait a second. If time has inflated the cost of pants, my house must be worth a fortune. Get me a real estate agent. I'm gonna be rich.
Should I just get it over with and punch him in the face?